So we're gonna fly south. Okay. She'll probably be there in a couple of weeks. But I'm gonna go Sarah. Once I take Johnny Doctor and find out this is out.
All right, it is 9 o'clock and it is time to start our meeting. Mr. Rusty, would you close the door for us so we don't disturb anybody across the hall or down the hall or whatever? And before we begin, I just want to say, if you were at the America's 250th event yesterday at Constitution Square, it was a wonderful event. You are amongst actors extraordinaire. Magistrate Ellis portrayed Judge Samuel McDowell. Our deputy judge.
I'm talking to our IT guy to see how we can eliminate that from the internet.
Our IT director and deputy judge Bill Nichols was Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson was also there from history. So, but it was a wonderful event, and it's going to be a year-long events all over the county. So be sure and check out that schedule on Facebook and attend as many as you can.
Judge, really we have to give credit to not only Bill, and Bill is Ben Franklin, and the gentleman who was Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, I don't know
but
his
the
name.
lady who wrote that script, when that is shown all over the world on the internet, it will have a very positive effect on tourism here, and
yes, and it was
a
great.
level of knowledge that a lot of people right here didn't have until yesterday.
Exactly.
That was extraordinary.
Yep.
Question, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Were they really that old?
They were pretty old.
Some of us were.
Pretty old.
I want to talk about Tom.
But it was a great time. Okay, back to the call to order. Today, our invocation will begin with Magistrate Cullen.
Our kind, gracious Heavenly Father, we are grateful to be here today as servants of the people of Boyle County. We ask that you will be with us and be mindful of the things that we are gathered here to do, that you will impart your wisdom upon us, that we will do those things that we've been tasked to do by the people of Boyle County. Please put a special blessing over our first responders and all of our Boyle County employees, that they are safe in the various things that they have to face, from the serious weather to people coming into our county to do nefarious things. We ask that you will also bless the men and women that serve our country, and that you will protect them and also protect their families as they're away from them. And we say these things in the name of my Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Magistrate Cullen. Okay, today Hayden Foster, senior at Danville High School, is here today. And Hayden, if you'll come up, we will stand and you can lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Hayden, I have a certificate for you. Are you by yourself or did you bring someone with you?
I'm by myself.
You're by yourself? Okay, I gotta come out here with you. 'Cause we gotta get a picture.
Okay. Right here.
Come right here.
Oh, right
Come right
here.
here. Yeah, right here. All right, and this is a certificate of recognition for leading the pledge to the Boyle County Fiscal Court this morning. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. You can stay and be entertained, or you can go back to school.
I can come back.
Okay.
I got a test.
Well, thank you for being here.
Good choice.
Yeah. Wise choice. All right, and we have minutes from the February 10th meeting that we need approval on. Is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion.
Master Bodner, is there a second? Master Harmon? Any discussion on the minutes? Being none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Minutes are approved. Thank you. Budget transfers, Ms. Shannon.
We have budget transfers in the amount of $79,711.85. And the biggest part of that was moving some money from the LGEA budget into the salt line item.
Okay, all right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Magistrate Sleeper, second by Magistrate Bodner. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries, and now we'll have our cash transfer.
I have $500,000 transfer from the interest-bearing account to the general fund. $10,113.81 going from the jail fund to the Boyle jail fund. That's their savings account. It's their local corrections assistance that they move. $50,000 from the general fund to the road fund. $150,000 from the general fund to the jail. And $200,000 from the general fund to EMS.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the cash transfers?
So moved.
Magistrate Sleepers, or second?
Second.
Magistrate Cullen, any discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you. Now we approve our bills. And let's see, I have something marked on the bills.
Good morning.
Morning! We had the mini cyclers, Angie, from the Protainer grant?
Yes, it's
Okay.
where there was a cost difference between the foam densifier and the original price in the grant, so the state allowed me to make up the difference with that, so I ordered the mini cyclers.
Okay.
It's extra, so it's just extra,
All right, good deal.
comes out of that, so that's what that's for.
Okay. Page 5, you can see, and I don't think Roger is in here, but you can see that the amount of salt that was purchased during this recent ice, snow, rain, sleet, rain storm, which was a lot. And then, let me look at we also paid out the Gathering Place, their third quarter allocation on the last page. That's all I had to bring to y'all's attention. Is there a motion to approve the bills?
Make the motion. Second.
I guess Elena needs to tell how much, sorry. I'm getting way ahead.
Hey, you're excited. You're moving.
I'm sassy today.
I have some disc shirt.
Pull the coffee back.
All right, today's bill packet totals $351,346.94, and there are no add-ons.
Okay. Now do we have a motion to approve?
I'll still motion it.
Magistrate Slater, is there a second? Magistrate Harmon, any discussion on the bill? Anybody? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carried.
Thank ya.
And Lane, if you can stay in here for 1 second,
I can't.
well, for a few seconds. Okay, next we have our Boyle County academic team, and I think they may be out in the hall. Somebody can check on that.
Mark, is it the academic team? Are they here yet?
Okay, that's fine. Well, just let us know when they're here. We'll roll on. Okay, under new business, the first item that we have is Women's History Month is in March, and I would like to dedicate this proclamation to all of the women in Boyle County. All the women in Boyle County. So those of you that are in the room with us, those that work in the courthouse, those that work in our various departments, and throughout the county. March 2026, Leading the Change, Women Shaping a Sustainable Future. Whereas March is designated as Women's History Month, a time to honor and celebrate the vital role of women throughout history and in contemporary society. And whereas the National Women's History Alliance has identified the 2026 theme as Leading the Change, Women Shaping a Sustainable Future, recognizing the extraordinary leadership of women who are building resilient communities and tackling urgent challenges in environmental stewardship, economic equity, education, health, and civil engagement. And whereas women across Boyle County and the Commonwealth of Kentucky continue to lead with vision, courage, and compassion, driving innovation, strengthening families, advancing justice, and shaping a more sustainable and inclusive future for all. And whereas acknowledging the contributions of women inspires all citizens to reflect on the progress achieved toward gender equity and to support ongoing efforts that expand opportunities for future generations. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Trilly L. Bottom, Boyle County Judge Executive, and the Boyle County Fiscal Court do hereby proclaim March 2026 as Women's History Month, and affirm our support for recognizing the achievements of women whose leadership and service help shape a sustainable future for our community and beyond. Done this 24th day of February. I'd like to get a motion to approve. Mr. Bodner, I think that's appropriate. Is there a second? Second, Magistrate Ellis. Any comments?
I think about Florence Nightingale. We think of famous people and how awesome she was. But a lot of people don't know she was did a lot for nursing, but she was this great statistician, and they used her information for years. So she just wasn't a nurse. She was just so much. But
Yeah.
And then I come back to the everyday person like myself or others here in this room, and my mom. She's 93. She's been here. She tells me all this history and what all she's been through. And I think, women have this country. We have a lot of history on men, and we have a lot of history on women. But the everyday, just do it, get it done, take care of your children, your family. That woman deserves credit too.
Why send a man to do a woman's job?
there
I'm
you
just
go.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing.
You know, the technical answer to that is,
Nope. No, it's not. Oh, I know. Moving on, Judge, moving on.
All right. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, next up is our CVB appointment, and Jennifer Broadwater has been recommended to reappoint to the Danville County Chamber of Commerce.
Nope.
CVB. Okay, we gotta fix that. Kendall, do you want to say anything about Jennifer?
She's willing to serve again. This will be her second term. You're allowed to serve up to 2.
Okay.
And glad to have her over.
All right, thanks so much. Can I get a motion to approve the appointment? Magistrate Bodner, is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Sleeper, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. All right. And she couldn't be here today, but we appreciate her service and staff serving on the CVB board. All right, next up we have our county surveyor, Rich Murphy, and Volkert senior specialist, Sara Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank you. I think the first thing we have on the list is to discuss the Stewart Lane project. If you remember about a month ago, we had that on the agenda and I withdrew it. There were some revisions that they were wanting, so the revisions have been made by Volkert, Sarah's team there. And what that was, the property over on Stewart's Lane, they were subdividing a piece of it off for road access to the development that's planned for the backside of it. So it was originally 80 feet wide and it was reduced to 60 foot wide and to get the access easement. And Sara has the plans to get recorded today. She's got everything signed and it's ready to go. So after this meeting, she's going to get that signed and recorded. So that'll be finalized.
Okay, would you like us to approve these separately?
As the
Just to approve the plat, that we're approving it?
Oh, yes, please, yes. And, yeah, that's what we're looking for, is the approval of the plat, the subdivision of the plat.
So moved, Judge.
Okay, we have a motion by Magistrate Ellis. This is for the Stewart's Lane plat. Is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Sleeper, is there any discussion?
Yeah, just to clarify, when you say development, we're not building homes back there. It's for the railroad
Right.
property that we, that the EDA owns. So I don't want anyone thinking there's going to be a housing development going back there.
Right, yeah. Hopefully.
So it's an access road to get back to, some sort of business that may want something along the rails.
Instead develop maybe improvements.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Building a road. All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Yeah, I was just asking JJ who names the road, and he said we could do that as part of the plat. So I guess if we want to do that, or do we want to leave that up to the city?
Well, it's gonna be a city road.
It will
The
be a
city,
city
the
street?
city, yes, the
Okay.
city will
So they probably should.
adopt it. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
we might could,
There you go.
Suggestion.
Collaborate.
yeah, collaborate with them and
Yeah.
name it
Give some
together.
thought to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Thank you. All right.
And the second one I had was the Constitution Square survey. I think that's in your packet there. We had I was asked to do the survey for the Constitution Square, got the survey done. It was actually quite a fun survey. It's nice. It's always nice surveying these historic properties, and that because when you do the deed research, just finding the history, like Magistrate Paul Bowden was talking about, it's the history with the different things. Just learning about the history. You know, you think you know a lot about the different history, but you never do until you start getting into the old deeds and see how things work, how things developed over time. But the plat has been recorded. It's good to go. There was no issues with it. No noticeable encroachments or anything on. Got a good little map with all the different buildings located and everything. And then there is an easement that kind of cuts down the one side of the property that's shown. But other than that, there was no issues with it, and it is on file in the clerk's office.
So the fence on the, I guess it'll be the east side, that is the boundary line.
That is pretty much right on.
Right on the boundary, okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Very good. All right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Magistrate Ellis, is there a second? Magistrate Bodner, any discussion on the Constitution Square survey?
Judge, and this may be premature, so we have Tim Montgomery here with us, but I know that there is some exciting potential movement around Constitution Square. Tim, would it be premature to talk about that?
Maybe not premature. Boyle Landmark Trust is working with the gentleman who owns the property. I guess that would be to the east. And we met with an attorney, and they recommended that we rezone his property so he can also convey a strip of land for us to build a log structure there that has significant historical importance to our community. So
All the more excitement.
All
we
the
are.
more exciting, that's right.
it's not finished, but it's in the tube.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have CVB Director Kendall Clinton and Tim Montgomery.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I've been asked to give just a financial update. I'll begin, the revenues are down this year, not significantly, but they are down. We do have a new motel that's opening in May, April, May, which will boost our revenues a little bit. The collections for the short-term rentals is up a little bit. I know staff works on that continuously to identify and locate the short-term rentals that are in the community. There's a lawsuit, you're probably familiar with it, excuse me, that's kind of bogged down that collection effort. Let me see.
Is there, are you, Julie, Judge, is there a way that they can share that list with maybe tax admin? Or do you guys do that already?
Yeah, whenever there's somebody behind, I kind of work with Kendall to work on those collections through the county attorney. So we're able to kind of make sure we've got them on our list.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that they're on our list and they're filing.
And I think
Yeah,
when they ask for a variance, I think
Yeah.
in that process, there's,
yeah.
we
I
get
feel
some
pretty good we've
attention
got
to
them
that.
all. I need to spend some time to
I think we're probably at
We have all the ones
60%
you
compliant,
have.
but that's still Montgomery's estimate. There's a whole lot out there. And one of the largest ones that collect it are refusing to remit it to the county. And I think Kendall knows more about that lawsuit. I don't know if you want to speak about it. But those things are in the process, and once that lawsuit is completed, I think it'll help us. Because if someone uses an organized group to rent their properties, then the revenue will be collected at the source. We currently have $37,000 roughly in our checking account and a CD of $41,000, and we're probably going to liquidate part of the CD to get through next year's budget cycle. Don't have much more.
Any reason, any idea on the reason for the decline of revenue, or?
It's national, isn't it, Kendall, would you call it? It's just a national decline, and it's not significant amount. If you look at our short-term rental increase, we're right there on budget.
Okay.
And with the opening of the new motel, we'll have more revenue next year.
Yeah, that's great. Any other hotels that you know of coming down the pike? Okay, not right
None
now.
that I'm aware of.
Okay.
There was that one next to the Super 8 has that been halted?
It's gonna, yeah, it's gonna rebuild the Super 8 maybe, or?
I know there was plans for proposing to put a hotel between the Super 8 and Hampton, but
Yeah.
I don't think that went anywhere as of now.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that.
Hey, okay, good. Thank you.
See you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Have a good day.
I'll talk about some things we're working on. I think in April, we're gonna be able to launch our new passport program. It's focused on visitors, but I'm sure the locals will engage in it as well. And this is separate from a passport program the America 250 program is doing, which is more of a historical passport. Ours includes, I think about 18 or 19 locations, everything from Jacobs Hall at KSD to Penn Store, distilleries. So we're still working on that. Have a meeting today with KSD to get them involved with this. And then next step is getting it designed, getting them printed, and then we will start getting those in circulation, I think sometime in April. It's just a matter of when we can get it designed and printed. So I'll bring you all some of those to look at once we get that going. We're still working pretty hard on the marketing of the America 250 events. Had the big kickoff yesterday, so kind of got a preview of what's coming up this year. This coming Tuesday is the event with Frank X. Walker called Our Civil Wars. And then a couple weeks from now, we got the Shot Heard Around the World film viewing at the Boyle County Arts Center. And then the next event will be April 25th with an evening with Abraham Lincoln. So we're marketing this a variety of ways. Today we should have a half-page ad in the Advocate Messenger. We've got, I think, 7 total ads appearing between now and June in the newspaper. Next week on Monday, you should see a billboard come up at the Viaduct, which will have information, some more general information leading to our website where you can find all the details about what's coming up this year.
And we have a new sign in the courthouse.
Got a new sign out the hallway I just put up.
Everybody
See
check
when
that
we leave. The CVB has appropriated $2,000 to do a variety of social media boosting. So the dozen or so events we've got this year, we'll do paid boost on those using funds from the CVB. Tony Wilder's going to be on the radio tomorrow. We're going to try to get him on to some of the Lexington TV stations, especially coming up with summer events, to get some earned media there. And then we'll send out press releases. Melanie Crossfield's getting the, basically took the rack card and made it into 8.5 by 11. That'll be in the March water bill for Danville customers. And like I said, we're just pushing it real hard on social media. And so if you all see it, if you can click like on it, comment, share it, that really helps get it circulated some more. A couple other things we're working on. We got 2 contests we're trying to get to be finalists in. One of them is the America's Favorite Small Town contest that Parade Magazine has done. The cutoff for nominations was January 21st. We were on the top 10 leaderboard at that point. They decided to extend the contest to the end of this month, and we have now fallen off the leaderboard. So,
so everybody go on there and vote.
And you can vote once a day.
Yeah.
So
we just need everybody
a few days left.
Do that. Yeah.
The other one's the Best of Kentucky, which Kentucky Living does. Last year, Burke's Bakery won statewide. Sweets by Cindy came in second. It doesn't cost anything, but it puts more eyes on Danville and Boyle County if we have finalists and winners. So several categories there that are relevant to businesses we have here in Boyle County. And last project I'm working on, I think you all probably heard about by now, Pappy Van Winkle. Jason had texted me a little over a year ago and asked me if I knew anything about Pappy being from Danville. I didn't. So I started researching it. Quickly found out he'd gone to Center College for a year, played on the baseball team. That's all we really knew. We did some more research and kind of thought maybe his house was still around. For a while we thought it had been torn down, so we couldn't figure out exactly where it was. Street names, addresses had changed over time. But then we finally nailed it down, and it turns out it's Alan and Katie Turbyfield's house, which is on Maple Avenue. So we've identified it, and now we're working on a nomination for a historic marker through the Kentucky Historical Society. So we've got about a month left to get all the information for that compiled for a nomination. A big part of it's letters of support. So Trilly's.
Do you want to go ahead and speak about that, and then we can get it approved?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we basically need letters of support from a variety of organizations. So we've asked the city and the county to submit letters on behalf of the city and counties offering support for this. One of the granddaughters of Pappy is going to write a letter on behalf of the family. We've got a few others that are pending, a couple other commitments, but I'd really like to have between 7 and 10 very strong support letters that, because there's no other marker for Pappy in Kentucky, which.
And I'm happy to do that, and I've already committed verbally, but I do want to make sure that it's okay with the court.
So do you want a motion to that effect?
That would be great.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, thank you. Magistrate Cullen, is there a second? Magistrate Harmon, any discussion on the letter? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Okay,
Appreciate that.
We'll get that done officially.
All right. So yeah, we got to April 1st to get that submitted. They have a committee that gets together once a year to go over all these, and then they will announce the recipients in August, and it takes about a year to get the signs made and put up. So we'll at least know one way or the other in August. But regardless, we're still the place in a home place of.
That's right. We can claim the fame.
Yeah. So.
Would you speak about the bank account?
Yes.
We can get that approved too.
We're required every couple of years to look at our banking options. So we looked at, a couple years ago, we stayed with where we're at, Central Kentucky Federal Savings. We did again this year, a couple months ago, and asked around and got some better rates at a couple different banks, and the CVB board voted in January to recommend, with the court's approval, that we switch from Central Kentucky to Farmers Bank, which will give us a better interest rate.
So we just have to approve to allow them to do that. So there's a motion to approve. Magistrate Bodner, is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Sleeper, any discussion on that? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
All right,
There we go. So we've killed two birds with one stone.
Great.
And Kendall deserves a lot of credit
Yes.
on this whole Pappy Van Winkle thing. When I went to him with it, I was surprised that a lot of people didn't know the history of the Van Winkle family in Boyle County, and so I thought for a while, there was nothing happening with it, but Kendall was working on it left and right and organizing. He's met with the grandchildren. He's met with. You had a center student working on a lot of this as well.
Yeah, she was key. She found, like I said, we were having trouble figuring out which house it was, and she found an old fraternity 100-year retrospective they put together.
Wow.
And it happened the fraternity had that house for 7 or 8 years, and had a picture of the house and had the address, which is the same address as the Turbyfield house. So it kind of firmed things up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I think this will be pretty cool to have this marker in our town, and so thank you.
Another little piece of history.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Kendall. Appreciate it.
Oh, hey, Kendall, one other thing. Sorry, I lied. And this is not on you. An observation I made. I was in Berea the other day at archery tournament my daughter was at. and I saw right off the interstate there our billboard that we have right there by on 75.
It's still up?
It's still up. All right. So the only, and I don't know how we do this, but the font on Danville is very hard to read. And I don't know if we maybe look at ways of maybe changing out, I hate to do it, but you know, if we're going to use that as a marketing stuff, you know, really kind of put it through the ringer to make sure, because I actually had to do a double take as I was going along to try to like, did that say Danville? Because it's very nice looking, but it's very thin and very hard to see. The background was kind of dark and stuff like that. So
Danville just needs to be bolder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
logo?
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, that's hard to read, you know, even on a billboard.
On a billboard.
65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yes,
As fast as Jason drives.
65. Holding up traffic. But you know, some of the newer signs that Danville's put out around town, I don't know, maybe kind of coordinate that as well, if that's going to be the new Danville, you know, font.
I'm surprised that billboard's still up, because that was part of our ARPA funds, and it's been quite a while since we had that put up. So
Yeah, well, it's still there.
Good for
and,
us.
Yeah.
Freebie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was all I just, you know, when we're doing billboards, if we could just, or any sort of signage, if we can maybe figure out a way to make that bolder.
Yeah.
As we are bolder, you know, so.
Historically bold.
Yeah.
I keep that in mind.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your hard work.
Thanks, Kendall. Appreciate it. All right, Magistrate Sleeper, if you can get the quick recall team, say that 3 times fast.
Quick recall.
Quick recall. Welcome, come in. Welcome.
Front and center.
Yeah, come on in. Yep, there you go. Just keep going. Very good. How many we got?
20.
Oh, wow. All right, well, scooch in. All right. Are we all in?
You can move that.
Which way
We got the coach with us? Okay,
right here.
good, awesome. Well, we are here to recognize the Boyle County Academic Team. They have recently won a first ever Quick Recall Championship, correct? First ever school history. All right, so yes. All right, so we have a certificate for you that I will read, and then we will present it to you, and we'll take some pictures, and we'll let the coach have opportunity to speak, and Mr. Wade if he'd like to speak. So. All right, so this certificate of recognition is presented to the 25-26 Boyle County Academic Team. The Boyle County Fiscal Court hereby recognizes and congratulates the Boyle County High School academic team for its outstanding academic achievement and exemplary representation of Boyle County. Through dedication, scholarship, and teamwork, the team has earned the following distinctions: the Kentucky Association for Academic Competition, or KAAC, District Governor's Cup Champions, KAAC District Quick Recall Champions, KAAC District Future Problem Solving Champions, Spartan Invitational Quiz Bowl Champions, and qualified for the National Quiz Bowl Tournament for the second consecutive year and only the second time in school history. The Fiscal Court further commends academic team coach Tyler Murphy for his leadership, commitment, and mentorship in guiding this exceptional group of young scholars. Your accomplishments reflect academic excellence and demonstrate that the achievements of our youth today build the leaders of tomorrow. Boyle County is proud of each and every one of you. So it's dated this day. So congratulations.
Judge, I'd like to formalize that with a motion that we accept that.
All right, we have a motion by Magistrate Ellis, a second by Magistrate Bodner. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. And Coach, if you would like to say a few words, and then we'll get a group picture with everybody and present the certificate.
Thank you. Thank you all for the recognition. I appreciate it. I'm very proud of this group. People don't realize the amount of hard work that goes into this. And academic team and quiz bowl competition is one of those things where all schools are lumped together. There aren't classes or anything like that. So we're competing with private schools that have academic team class. And schools from all over the region, especially in Quiz Bowl. So for them to distinguish themselves in this way, it's a testament to their hard work, commitment, and to the support that we've gotten from the administration, because we couldn't do it without the district support as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Superintendent Wade, would you like to say a few
I
words?
can't agree more. I mean, you know, we're pretty well known for some athletic accomplishments.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, you know, we are in the top of the state academically, and that's something that we can be proud of. We have a saying, excellence in everything. That's them.
Yeah,
I mean, look
that's
at this.
right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm impressed. You know, I can also say thank you to the county. You know, we had some recent pretty significant ice and snow.
Yeah.
And the work that you all did to get us in quickly, it just really helps, because every day that we can be in makes a difference and impact with this group. So just thank you all. Thank you for your support.
All right, good deal. Well, you're very welcome. So what was some of the hardest things you had to do or questions you had to answer? Anything stick out there?
I mean, it's hard to pick a specific question. There's so many. I mean, there's like 80 in every match. So, but I mean, it's really tough playing against teams like DuPont Manual and like University School of Nashville. Those are probably like the matches that stand out. Usually it's in Quiz Bowl.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really excited to continue at state. Hopefully we get some good matches there too.
And the questions can be about anything, right?
Yeah. There's like a curriculum, but it's every subject.
Okay.
Are you
All right.
limited on the number at the desk, at the table?
Yeah,
So-
4 of us at a time.
So how
okay.
do you make your choices?
It's
Data.
yeah, it's database.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because the questions are very diverse, you want a good representation of subjects, right? So you don't want 4 math people, right? So you kind of you want to split it up and make sure that you have different subjects represented at the table.
And your farm team's good too? Your middle school, because I understand you're coach there
the
too.
middle school team there, they came in second in their region.
Awesome.
The region for middle school is drawn differently from high school. We pull in Woodford County and the Frankfurt schools, but yes, they're competitive, and so. I know the feeder program very well, and so it helps lay the foundation. And every one of these kids that you see here, it's particularly special to me because I've coached many of these students since they were 6th graders.
Well, Superintendent Mark Wade mentioned the athletic program, and some of us kind of bent in that direction and probably wouldn't have qualified to be on that team. So God bless you all.
We got something for everybody in the future.
Congratulations. So are there any graduating seniors in this group? Okay. All right. Good deal. So we still have some promising students coming up then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Great.
Absolutely. All right. I know the magistrates want to be included, so we're going to try to
You
make
tall
this
guys,
work.
get to the back.
We're going to try to make this work. Everybody in a group photo.
Everybody turn. Everybody turn this way. Yeah. I think we'll turn
We're not that
this way.
tall.
Turn and face the TV.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Hi guys. Hi gang. What's good gang? Charlotte, I think you're taller than me.
Paula, you gotta come up front.
I found a window. Find a window. I will stay in the middle. Okay? Find a window.
Am I sitting right for you? Get over the face is visible. I have the camera up.
Yeah, you're fine. Have we got everybody?
I'm gonna get over here behind you.
Come on over here, Jay.
You look better behind him. There you go, perfect.
Good looking bunch.
Okay, I think I got everybody.
All right.
You ready? Smile pretty. Great, got it.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Where are you seniors going next year?
To be determined.
Yeah, that's not decided
I don't think
yet.
any of us.
A lot of decisions come in March.
Yeah,
So-
congratulations. Congratulations, yeah. Congratulations, yes, congratulations.
So proud.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah, did I miss anybody? Coach?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, thank you for what you do with these.
And this obligates all of you to stay in this community.
And I'm gonna present the plaque to you, and then you can share it with whoever.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, yeah, appreciate
Thank
you all
you
being
for
here
coming.
today,
Thank you so
yes,
much.
yes.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah. You all represent us well, we're very proud of you.
We do our best.
Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming out, okay?
Thank you again. Thanks for
yes,
your
sir.
communication,
Good
for reaching out. I appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you all. We appreciate your service. Thank you.
We'll see you
Thank
next, well, I won't be
Thank you.
here next year.
Appreciate you. Appreciate your
Thank
service.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Our concern.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much.
I hear we've got I meant to ask Mark, we have a swimming, somebody
Oh,
swimming.
That's right,
Yeah,
yes.
swimming, so we
okay.
need to check on that, yeah.
yeah. I think we have a state championship bowler too.
Will you certainly do?
Yes.
So we'll try to get them in
Them all in, absolutely.
the near future. Okay, it's always great to have kids, regardless of what school they are attending, it's always great to have kids come in and share in their accomplishments.
Absolutely.
All right, building inspector Rusty Cox, you are up next.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to give just a brief year-end report from 2025. If you look down at the bottom, compared to last year, it's almost identical. It just a little bit off. One of the things that have helped us this past year or two is the development of different subdivisions, neighborhoods or whatever. This year they're starting to fill up, and most of them are about at their peak or at the capacity. So
How many do you have going in the county? Counted 7 last time. But
I'm not sure. We've got one called Stonegate, which is just off old Houstonville Road in Junction. Hopefully that'll do some, but Knottview Trace in Junction is pretty much full. Shelby Green will be starting its 4th phase, I think it is. That's kind of going slow, but that'll be probably about 60 more houses. Danville, not much. You've got Brooks Acres off of Balkman Avenue, so we'll get some more, but some of them are, the others that we've had the last few years are really reaching capacity. So.
and when does the development off by Asuka start?
Well, you've got one going up right now.
What is that gonna be, Rusty?
Like the building where the Pizza Hut and coffee
Oh, it's
shop.
not gonna be open then?
It's gonna be the same type of deal.
Okay.
So.
But my understanding that the rest of that area is going to be like multi-family homes and stuff going on.
In the back, yeah, if you go on past a little bit more towards Ghost Pike, and then in the back, there's a pond back there. I think that's gonna be multifamily.
Sure.
So, hey, we need
Now, I'm
that
talking
too.
about that pavilion looking thing beside Asuka.
It's gonna be the same thing as that.
Yeah, that's
So
the
it will
building.
be turned into another 3
retail.
Yeah.
ply or whatever, yeah, okay.
Absolutely. And we got, everybody says we need some retail, and we probably do need some, but nothing on the horizon. We've got a bunch of restaurants coming.
Come on, Belks. Hope they're listening.
Okay. There we go. But, like I said, it's very close to last year. Danville did a lot better this year on different permits with some of these new developments. I had AI kind of break it down into a thing. So 46.5% of our permits were single-family dwellings, 15% detached buildings on property, and then just goes down from there. If anybody has any questions?
Rusty, I
Yes,
was
sir.
reading and might have missed it. Do we know what might happen in the O'Charlie's restaurant building?
Yes, it's going to be demolished, and Seven Brew Coffee is going to bring in a modular type building.
Wow.
We're just looking to see how they're going to arrange all the parking, or not parking, but the lines, because if you've ever seen one of those somewhere, there's usually 30 cars in line.
It's like Starbucks.
Yes.
Lifeline. that's
Probably
what
even bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were over in Lexington enjoying Texas Roadhouse, and apparently their manager there will be quite involved in what we're doing here, and they're hoping for a grand opening in November.
Awesome.
They've been slow. I issued their permit from the local part the other day. I'm reviewing plans now for Firehouse Subs and Jersey Mike's. They're getting going, and we'll just take all we can get.
Where's Firehouse Subs gonna be?
Oh, gosh.
Put you on the spot, sorry.
I think it's up where Culver's and everything
Oh,
else
okay.
is gonna be.
Okay.
I
Check
think so.
Culver's.
Culver's, yes, sir. My personal favorite.
Me too. Me too.
You look like a cheese curd thing.
I drive to Nicholasville just to eat their fish.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, it's the best.
Any questions?
All right, thank you, Rusty.
All right.
How's the software working out for you?
Wonderful.
Yep.
You know, if we can introduce a pay system to it, it's gonna make it that much more.
Can we utilize any of the systems we already have to integrate with his?
They've only got
not
2
sure.
or 3 that integrate, but we've been checking on that.
We're trying to figure out if WS Pay,
Yeah.
that's the one I
Yeah.
think that we have the most potential, but I'm not
Well,
sure.
the people at iWork have told me that if we can come to some sort of agreement on one, they may waive the fees for it.
Okay.
So I'm looking into that.
And so you've got, has this automated like your building permits and your?
It's made it well, everything is right there. Each permit has its own file with blueprints, or electronic plans, payments, all that
Contractor
stuff.
license, is that set up reminders to get you a contractor's license and stuff like that? Or how's
Yeah, I've sent out, well, let's see, what was it, January, I sent out 75 invoices. Here's the problem. They're sending some of them back saying, yeah, I want to renew, but they're not offering to pay. They're not sending a check. That's why the pay system will probably
Well, let's work on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Budget time's coming up. Let's get it to pay for itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think iWorks is so easy to use and to do things with it. Some of the city departments
Oh, the
are even
city's
looking
getting
at
ready
it.
to buy it for
that
their
they wanna-
stormwater, their planning and zone, hopefully planning and zoning will get it. They have to run that through their committee.
Right.
Code enforcement, and I think, Angie, are you using the code enforcement
Yes.
they provided us? Yeah. So,
Cool.
yeah, she's using that, so,
Yeah.
they're popping up everywhere in the state. Just about every town here lately is going to them.
iWorks, yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, any
working
other
on it.
questions for
Yeah.
Rusty?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mark Gordon, is he in the hall?
ready?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
How is everybody this morning?
Good.
Wonderful.
Good.
The reason I'm here, we're putting in a new entrance for the bike park. And we were asked to clean the brush and stuff up to create a pathway in there and put a gate in. After cleaning up the brush, the fence is actually in terrible shape. Posts have rusted off at the ground, and the brush was actually holding the fence up. So I've got 3 bids for putting up new chain link fence, and it will have the slats in it for privacy. One company, Elite Ergonomics, come in at $12,565, and Acres come in at $15,258. Then we had Soki for $20,006. So I was going to recommend the Elite Ergonomics and Consulting. And it'll be a fence that goes all the way across the front. And actually 2 gates. The gates that are there now in Alum Springs is not like farm gates, but these will be chain link gates with privacy slats in them.
Which will help.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, so you're recommending Elite Agronomics at $12,565?
Yes.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Measure Bowden, is there a second?
Second.
Measure Sleeper, is there any discussion?
Correct me if I'm wrong, is there a dispute in the fence line that was?
Not in this location.
Okay.
Not across the front.
This is across the front. yeah.
Across the front, okay. All right. Good deal.
The dispute will be the back left hand, I think. Oh,
I thought I heard somewhere around the AT&T building, there was kind of a dispute on.
No.
Okay, good.
Not for this. Not for the front. Maybe on the back side.
If there is, nobody's come to us.
Yeah.
I thought I heard it in the last meeting, the bike park meeting. I thought that someone brought it up.
That's not.
Might have been Stone or something like that, that kind of brought up that.
I'm assuming this will come out of the bike park's budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Good deal.
Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion passes. Elite Agronomics.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for everything you're doing. We appreciate.
All right.
Heads up. All right, next up, Recycling Director Angie Muncy with a whole list of stuff.
Got a whole list. I gotta get done and skip vacation. Let's see, the first thing we got, of course, is the HHW grant that we apply for every year. So basically, I just need permission for Trilly to sign and send it in.
Okay.
If there's any questions.
Make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Magistrate Cullen, a second by Magistrate Ellis. Any discussion on the grant? The total is $53,138.
That is correct.
All right. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carried.
All right, the second item is we have received this was already basically signed, agreement that but we did receive the legal dump grant agreement for $55,000. That was on Miners Branch. I just need to sign that virtually on that one.
Is that the O'Gorley?
This is the, this is the Old Gorley store. I've attached what would be the bid specs, as well as what would be added in the newspaper to take bids. The only thing I am working on at the moment is I've worked with County Attorney Herron. The gentleman that is living off in the little building is in jail, his son, and it's not fit to live in, we know that, but we need to make sure that it's okay to tear down, and we're trying to get a hold of his father, who is the main owner, to sign off on it, because I feel it's a liability for us just to go in and do it,
Definitely.
knowing something, and then be told there was something there and we destroyed it, blah, blah, blah. So Chris is checking on that, and we want to make sure their ducks are in a row, but we do have the money to tear it down and go with it, so.
And part of that liability is the fact that we've had somebody living in there illegally now for.
If they'd have been squatters or something, we wouldn't have had a problem, but being the owner's son, family, I feel that would make it a liability for us, so I want to make sure that that's clear. But as soon as that's clear, you know, I'm asking for permission to go ahead and take bids on it and do it.
So we haven't contacted the son about this?
Chris Herring is working on that.
So he doesn't
I believe he's maybe still in jail.
He is currently in jail.
Son's in jail.
But we are trying to find the father.
Is not the son.
No, when we have to find him.
It's his dad.
It's his dad.
So, yeah, his dad's who owns it.
And I think Chris is in the process of, he's in the process of locating him, and has he said anything to you?
As far as I know, there hasn't been any
Okay.
contact yet, or
But till we have that, I feel that it just needs to, until we
As soon
have
as we can
that.
get that, then we can
And I'm
advertise
sure
for
he
bid.
will. I mean, who is going to complain about us cleaning up your property for you? But I think it just protects us being his son, and I think we need that.
So everything will be gone from that.
Everything will be gone from that spot once everything.
I've gotten more concerns about that over the years.
Me as well.
You probably have more.
But I just need approval that when we get everything, our ducks in a row, that we go ahead and
Advertise.
Wonderful,
get that
thank
done.
you.
All right. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Magistrate Ellis, is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Cullen? Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
And we'll skip over and we'll just do the annual report first.
Okay.
This is basically for Trilly to sign. We do this every year. If there's any questions in it that you see you like, our numbers were good, considering the market was down and all that stuff. We had lots of recycling, lots of good things going on. I've worked with a couple schools. I've got one special skills class that comes every other week and gets their work in. They're wonderful. They've become my babies, as the saying goes, so.
What was the item you recycled the most, do you know? Okay.
And hopefully, our building is looking wonderful. I'm drooling over it to get in. So when we get in, our pulverizer's ordered, so hopefully by May, June, we'll be taking glass. And we'll start the famous styrofoam. So.
And we want to have a grand opening.
And we are going to have a grand, state's waiting for me to have grand, they
Yeah.
want to come back, so. Yes, so the densifier is ready. It's just a matter of once the electric's in, it's here. It'll be here and it'll be ready to go. The pulverizer is ordered, so everything you order pretty much recycling is 5-6 months out. So we should have that hopefully here in a month or two, so.
Do you have an original for this one, for me to sign?
What's that?
Do you have an original you want me to sign on
Yes,
this?
I do.
All right. You want this acknowledged or you want it approved?
But you're
And your
signing
report?
it goes in, so, yeah, you're better off giving that. I think it's on the back.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Magistrate Harmon, is there a second? Magistrate Cullen? All right, any other discussion on the annual report? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Thank you for the update and the report.
Okay, we have received back the initial burn permit. The only thing it is now, it's now in a 30-day public comment period.
I call it a holding pattern.
Yeah, basically. So it is on the air quality website. That they will take any comments or questions for 30 days, and after that, it becomes effective.
Yeah.
Do I have, is there any questions that I might can answer or may not be able to answer, so. It's one of those things.
Once we've got the permit, then Jamie's not here, but we're gonna get the manufacturer out to see what we're doing wrong to cause so much smoke in the community. So we're gonna, remember he mentioned he wants to
Oh, we
make
can
sure-
do that. That's not a problem. We can do that.
We've discussed that
We can
before.
do that. We can do that.
The
yeah.
incinerator is, was causing too much smoke in the community.
Well, it's really technically not an incinerator as much, but I mean, I get what you're saying,
But
yes.
all the paperwork says incinerator, all the EPA says incinerators. And what it does is it burns.
Yeah.
It's a burner. It's high temperature burning that supposedly won't let that smoke out. So.
It's going to always release so much smoke. Everything releases so much smoke.
Obviously, yeah.
Well, just like when I come over Mitchellsburg when it's 18 degrees, it's the same. It's going to have the same effect when you come through burning wood.
So we've got 30 days and we're going to have a community meeting. Are you going to have a meeting about or just go to the EPA is what the people around want to know?
Yeah, once the 30 day is over, then the permit will be active.
Okay.
So I mean,
There
it'll
is
be all
not
said
a
and done by
public
then.
hearing.
There's no public hearing.
No,
Okay.
this is just
No.
comments.
So they-
The only way they would have a public hearing if there is something that's proof that they don't already basically
And they would have to
know.
appeal to the EPA.
Yes, and you have to appeal to them, not us.
That's
But-
what's in that letter.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that letter, I mean, everyone has to go to the EPA
Yes.
to make their
Mhm.
concerns heard.
Mhm.
That's what I need to.
It's
Yes,
was
ma'am.
Division of Air Quality, it's not the EPA.
Right,
It's
Division of
the
Air
Division of
Quality.
Air Quality.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it.
EPA is just what come to my mind
So,
first.
I
It
know
always does.
this is a temporary placement for the air burner, right?
It's temporary, but it's going to be until we get the road built at Fred Kane to be
To
able
get
to
it in.
get it in there. Yeah, so,
But-
I mean, I don't know how temporary, you know, it might be a year,
Alright,
it might be a year and a half, I don't know.
so, okay, that's good.
But again, it'll be beneficial to the bike park
Yeah.
and the things that will
It's-
have to be removed.
Yeah, because they're gonna be
Which is
cutting
for-
down trees and
Which is
making.
good, but we
Yeah.
gotta make sure we don't run somebody out of their home. You know, we just gotta make sure that Freddie Green, that's one home, and Mr. Underwood, Jimmy Underwood, make sure they're not getting, you know, that.
Well, what if you move it somewhere else? I mean, it's all the same, it's burning wood. I mean, people burn wood.
Right, but
Magistrate Ellis burns wood, you burn wood, Freddie Green.
I don't burn wood anymore.
Freddie Green burns wood.
But when we did burn wood, well, we did for years, we didn't have that heavy of a night that we never did. I've
Well, you
lived
got
up 50
people illegal
years.
burning as well, so, but you know, let it up to these people. You
Well,
know, these people are the pros, they're the ones
Get the
that.
manufacturer back out here to make sure we're doing it right, and let's see how.
We're positive we're doing it right.
Can we make
you know,
sure
but
we
we
have-
will do that.
I think,
It's budget time.
Mhm.
Do we have the proper loading equipment to put it?
That will be in my next grant that I bring
Okay.
that in
So
next
I
meeting.
think that will be a huge improvement
I
as
think it
well.
will too, if
Where
it's
if we've got a grappling hook
Yeah.
to pull it up instead of
Yeah,
a
bucket.
dirt, all that dirt in
bucket.
it.
That'll
A
be
bucket.
that is the next grant that I
it's
am
the
asking
water
for,
that's
so.
in that's causing
It
the
is.
smoke.
It is. It causes
And-
more smoke when it's wet and you can't shake it out. So, you know, that equipment will help when you're able to do that, so.
And if we
But we
could,
did discuss getting the,
A manufacturer out,
Manufacturer, and
and
we can-
and the
we can-
neighborhood all coming together to watch it,
We
and
can-
yes.
if we could make sure as we start collecting brush, it's on a good staging area that hopefully won't collect a lot of water either.
That's concrete though, that's,
How to do that? Look, the bad part is a lot of that out there has been out there for
I know,
over a year,
I know, I'm
so.
just-
I think once you get it all up,
I
then
think-
you're not gonna have that
Yeah.
problem.
And
I think
that's
it's
the
what's
hope.
there now.
I think it's very beneficial for the community, but we also need to take precautions for Paula's part of the community that is having it placed out there.
And plus, if you move it to North Stewart, you want to make sure that it's not burning improperly for that area, you know.
And all I was saying about like the proper storage is if it's on concrete and that concrete is leveled properly, you know, there's not a lot of dirt and mulch as the base layer holding in all that water, which is gonna be soaked up by the trees. That's all I was trying to get at. So if we've got once we get down to the point where we've cleared everything that's gonna be burned, and if we could kind of maybe scrape that concrete, whatever it is, to make sure that there's no essential dirt. I mean, there's gonna be some dirt on there, but nothing to hold it to cause these problems going forward. That's all I'm looking for.
do we have a concrete pad out there now?
It was at one time.
There was one under
Yeah, there
all
was,
that mulch.
and that's what I'm trying to get at is
Yeah.
if we went to Google Earth and looked online at one point. And on Google Earth, you can actually go back, you know, years, and it'll show you pictures of what it looked like over those years. There's one point where there is a concrete pad that was there, but it's covered by mulch right now, and that's what I'm trying to. Hopefully, we can, you know, get that back to where this is a place where the trees go, not so much holding water, and then there's no problems for you, no problems for Paula, and no problems for the county. Because it's a great piece of equipment that if we've got the you know, the right equipment, loading equipment, And then we've got the right base.
Oh, yeah, Division of Air Quality is wonderful with it. They say it's 10 times better than open burning permits.
Of course. And again, if we're not chipping, we're not gonna have this stuff sitting there.
No,
you
it's
know.
not, that's why I say, once it's up, you know, you're ahead of it. So,
Yeah.
I think when it goes to North Stewart, we'll not see so much of the Lincoln County coming in. We see a lot of Lincoln County coming in where it is now. So I think when it moves, it'll cut that down and we'll have less burn need for when you move it, so.
Lincoln County, as in Lincoln County.
Residents come in and bring, we follow them from Lincoln, bringing their brush in. So they do a lot there, yeah.
Okay.
And they say you can check they just say, no, I'm doing this for my mom, you know, there's no way to stop it. No
trash
way.
is the same way, it just ain't the wood.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
You did give out stickers. You did put a sticker in
Yeah,
the window.
You can duplicate stickers too. So
Yeah.
it's a no-win thing. You do the best you can with
Your
it.
people get enough lip and problems.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no need to cause more. I mean, you're never gonna solve the problem.
They think it's bad when we ask for the ID, let alone anything
Right.
else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they take a beating. They really do.
I mean, really, the only thing that you're gonna get is if you start making people pay for it. But, you know. Yeah, I know.
Angie, thank you. We appreciate everything that you do to keep this county beautiful and clean.
We do our best.
When's that next grant for that loading equipment, for that grant?
I will have it next meeting.
Next meeting.
I'm going to try to have the other two grants done for the 10th meeting because I will not be here the last
And
fiscal court meeting. They're due April 1st and we should know something by usually end of May.
Okay.
So that is my goal for the composting grant is the equipment.
And I guess, have you looked at pieces of equipment already?
Done, Jason.
Well, so what's the lead time?
On the
on getting
grant,
that?
how much money have I got here for recycling?
Well, I know. I'm just
I
asking.
mean, you think I'm not on top of this?
Well,
Let me ask you a question.
You
now,
are in
Magistrate
vacation
Cullen.
mode.
Oh, I am. I'm campaign bound, yeah. As long as I can get there, I'm there.
No tires this year.
No next year.
Thank you.
Can I throw that in the incinerator? Tires?
No. Absolutely not.
What if I-
Then I will know that.
What if I had a tree that had a tire around it?
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Angie.
I'm gonna throw some paint cans in there, see what happens.
Save that for the HHW.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Angie. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be entertained. I'm leaving, so.
Thank you.
You are
Thank
the
you.
entertainment.
We skipped over 14 and that was for a reason. Jackie asked that we reschedule that because she did not have all the updates yet. So when she comes, she wants to be able to update you all fully. So she only had partial software update. Okay, so we're back down to 16. County Administrator Julie Wagner. Clock Tower news.
All right.
Excited.
I have somewhere in my pile here. I have met with the architect for the clock tower. I've contacted Tate Hill Jacobs. They're the ones that did the renovation of the clock tower back in 99, 2000. That was just cosmetic. There was nothing structural done then, so I don't want you to think they didn't do a good job. They just were doing the exterior painting, new copper. She came last Friday and looked at it. She agrees that this has to be dealt with ASAP. She is proposing a not-to-exceed fee of $67,000 to oversee this project and work as the point of contact with the structural engineer. She gave us a schedule of 7 to 12 months of construction. So we're talking about up to 68 weeks of you know, time to get this done, so that's a little over a year. I liked her, I thought she knew her stuff. I will tell you that the beams that are splitting apart, where they come together, it has widened, I think substantially. So I think time is not on our side, so we need to get somebody in here working with Pogue and get this done. So I'm proposing Tate Hill Jacobs Architects at not to exceed amount of $67,000.
Okay, can we get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is this the only?
Second
They
by
are
Measure
professional
Bodner?
service,
Okay.
so we don't have to.
I just wanna
bid.
make sure that's
Yeah, they
public.
are professional service.
Good question. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Of course. So what's the scope of work here? We've had two thoughts on this court. Some saying leave the bell, some saying put the bell down. So what's
She thinks
this?
it should come out. She also thinks that potentially the tower should come off and be repaired and put back. Underneath, and you know this because you were up there with me, is a tin roof.
And Julie almost went.
Yes.
I almost went through. I walked across it and realized I shouldn't be doing this. But she thinks that we should maybe just take that off and fix everything and then put it back. That way they can build the structural
Reinforce.
frame under, while that's off. Not 100% sure on that, but that was her initial thought. The roof is sagging more, so.
Since it's wood, it doesn't just keep sagging, all of a sudden it's gone. How soon can they get started?
Well, she's willing, once we sign this, she's already talked to Code, they are in communication. She thinks that by week 3, they can have 50% of the design review work started. So she's willing to, this is a good time for them, not a lot of stuff going on. But she is willing to work with the Heritage Council to get the tax credit. She's willing to work with us to get it bonded. So I told her we've got to get some numbers together because we want to possibly bond this. We don't know for sure yet, but she understands our crunch.
As far as construction, it will be at least 4 months.
Yeah.
So she's actually saying that the structural stress can be resolved within the first 3 weeks?
No.
No, no.
Just the design.
Construction won't
Work on
start for 4
design.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going into the windy
If
season.
you look at her timeline, scope of services on the first page, I think it is. If
The
you look
email.
down week
Yeah.
16, week 16, so we're talking 16 weeks out,
Structure.
if everything goes into line, so.
So we'll be roping off essentially 3/4, if not all, of Lizard Group.
Possibly. Yeah. And that depends on coordination with Pogue. They've got their part designed, now they need to get her part designed and mesh them together.
And
Go ahead, Tom.
It's gonna be a
Well,
big project.
I was going to credit Magistrate Cullen because I think he's the first one to suggest that there might be an alternative use of the bell, and it can be beautiful right down
Yeah.
below the tower.
It really, the bell is gonna come down to what you want. If you want them to stabilize it and leave the bell up there, they'll do that. If you want the bell out on display,
That was actually what I was
long-term, the
going to
best
lead into is
decision. Yeah.
how can we coordinate also, if they're going to be down there, that area's going to be closed, how can we coordinate somewhere to have that bell placed? I think it belongs out there on the park,
Yeah.
where people can kind of come look, our own little mini Liberty Bell kind of display or whatever.
Well, Earl has offered a place out in Weisiger Park that we can put it if we want to. So he's,
Make a fountain out of it too?
no fountain, no fountain.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think that,
They've offered a place out there.
great, that's nice of them.
So that way it stays here.
Yeah, perfect.
Did we get a motion?
Okay, we had a motion and a second, and then we've had a lot of discussion. So, are you ready to vote? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carried. Thank you, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
Appreciate that. Okay, treasurer, Shannon Green.
Just like to present the treasurer's settlement for the month.
Anybody have any questions, comments about the treasurer's settlement?
Nope, just
Acknowledge
appreciate
receipt.
that it's being done.
I
Yep.
love that.
On a timely
Thank you.
fashion.
That really helps.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
Okay.
You need a nom.
We're ready for magistrate reports. There's also an FYI from EMS in your packet for the fiscal year report, revenue report. So you can take note of that as well. All right, magistrate reports. Magistrate Cullen, you get to start us off today.
So this morning, myself, Magistrate Sleeper, met with Deputy Wren and Sheriff Taylor Bottom. Kyle Lyons also kind of videoed in on our committee meeting for the Sheriff's Department. They have 2 new recruits that are starting the academy in March. There is we're waiting to get reimbursed from the FBI for some training for someone that they stole from us. So they owe us money back, so we're waiting on that. We did discuss an item about pay raises for the sheriff's deputies. They're seeing a lot of departments surrounding us that are starting to really bump up their pay, and so we need to be competitive. So they'll be bringing that to the new budget. We discussed the need for new tasers. Magistrate Sleeper and I encouraged that, looking for grants, and then also including them in the budget. We discussed the body cameras and how they're holding up. Those were purchased by this court, a couple years ago. Well, previous court, I should say. I'm sorry. And so we want to make sure that those are still working well, and that if we need to start looking at new ones, that we budgeted. It was a really good piece of equipment that the county purchased, and it's helped us in a lot of ways. And then we also started talking about narcotics in Boyle County. That's a huge huge focus for the sheriff's department. We have, I guess, a reputation out there that we are not tolerant of drugs when they come into our community, and some of the, I guess, the dealers that have been prosecuted have kind of said Boyle County is kind of a dry county because they don't want to come into the county. A lot of stuff's happening outside the city limit. I mean, outside the limits of Boyle County, because they know the reputation that we have for trying to keep narcotics off the streets and out of citizens' hands. And the focus, I mean, we've got several approaches, between the sheriff's department and then our crisis response unit. We're really looking at, and the county attorney's office is very very good about making sure these people are not just getting a slap on the wrist. So sadly, most of the stuff comes from out. We still see a big pipeline down from Michigan coming down here and stuff like that, which is sad. But it's really because Lexington's gotten oversaturated and they're just trying to find new areas to sell. But there's a lot of busts and a lot of things happening behind the scenes that they really can't talk about. And so we appreciate all of their hard work. So that was the conversation we had this morning. That was a great conversation, lasted almost the whole hour. And anything you want to add, Steve?
No, I think you covered it.
All right, perfect. That's
your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay, I have a motion by Magistrate Cullen, second by Magistrate Sleeper. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. I will add one thing.
Hold on, go ahead.
I just have, what is the lifespan of those body cams? Do we know?
I do not.
No, I mean, it's like anything with technology. Next year they're obsolete.
Okay.
Kind of thing, and there's better technology out there.
So we need to be looking now for.
Yeah, and that's what I tasked them with. I said you all really need to go out there and see what's out there. Yeah. TJ and Kyle said there's a brand that they really like that makes it very easy for like tagging the videos. Oh. So when you have to go back and like look for specific things, like as they're doing it, they can do it from their phone right there and just tag something in there with what they need to do, and they can make it much easier to go back. So that's the sheriff's department. They need to tell us what they need and include it in their budget, and that was on me.
So the jail and the sheriff's office both applied for a grant through Keiko Insurance. The sheriff's office was awarded a $10,000 grant for body and vehicle cams. So they'll have that much money to go toward new body cams.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Just appreciate it. Good bottom.
Sorry that the jail did not get a grant, but both did apply. So.
Luckily, the fiscal court's always been good to all of our departments, and we'll make sure that they don't go without.
Get what they need. That's right. That's right. All right, thank you. Magistrate Sleeper.
On 17th, the Citizen Advisory Board for the Rural Heart and Lung met, and so far in Boyle County, there's 579 rostered, and 578 of those have been scheduled. 242 have actually been screened, And they need more 25 through 34-year-olds. And with the 130 slots that are still available, they like to target that age group, but no one will be turned away if you want to. And I highly encourage anybody that's interested, because you can get thousands of dollars of health screenings and tests for nothing, and it will help the program. Some exciting news regarding that is the National Institute of Health has renewed funding for programming of $49.9 million, and it's going to be a large portion of that. The priority is going to be for community engagement, so that's exciting news. I missed the February 16th EDA meeting, but I guess Judge and JJ are here, so if they want to share anything.
JJ, you want to share anything?
Yeah, I'll stand up.
We didn't have a quorum, so there wouldn't much.
Good job, Steve. So EDA is moving forward with the North Stewart Lane project. Thank you for the dedication of the 60-foot right-of-way. That's going to open up 78.5 acres of rail-served site. There's going to be utility improvements coming to that substation, which will support all the businesses along that road and the county recycling and street department, highway department in that area. So that's moving forward. Todd Johnson Contracting was awarded the bid for that. They will start April 1st. A lot of the supplies have already been bought, just waiting to be, the culvert is the big thing that goes in across the creek to access it. And once the road will be built, across the creek, and then it'll hammerhead or a gravel turnaround back there. And of course, you know about the air burner going to be back there. So that's definitely moving forward. There's other projects with the Reading property, the 201 acres off the bypass, working on some geotech, some design for road access to open up another 90 acres on the backside of that property for industrial development. And we'll be working with adjacent property owners and other access to that area. So having site readiness with geotechnical in phase 1 is really going to start us out, that we can actually market the properties there and expand our local businesses. That's the starting point nowadays. I mean, that's just buying the property is not it. You have to have it site ready, and you've got to have it marketable. So, and that's the goal. The collaboration between the city and county is paying off, and I'll digress just a little bit, and I'll come back next month and talk about the employment numbers for the county, for the city, the investment. There's more people working now in this county than has been in the last 10 years. Regionalism is paying off. The job fairs are paying off. The investments you've made in economic development are paying off. So you need to celebrate that. So
thank you, JJ.
You're welcome.
Okay. On the 19th, attended some pipeline training. It was really good education for me, not knowing anything at all about pipelining. But the bulk of it was how to make sure you call 811 and the importance of that and what that involves, and what it doesn't all cover everything, and so there's due diligence to be done in regard to that. Also about preparedness and having protocols in place for accidental breaks. There's 9 pipelines, major pipelines that run through Boyle County, and that's just the connector ones. That's not the distribution lines. So there's a lot of potential there. So it was good as an elected official. It was for elected officials and first responders and emergency people and everything. So it was good training in that regard. I think we need to make sure that our emergency services have protocols in place, and our utility companies and such in this area in case there's a break. Attended the 250th kickoff. A lot has been said about that already. I just want to echo everything that's been said. It was great to have Samuel McDowell and Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson there. It was a great kickoff. This is way out there, but I wanted people to get it on their calendars, and I'll be bringing it up again in future meetings. But the rock group Remedy Drive will be in Danville on April 26th doing a concert. The concert will take place at Centenary Methodist Church, but it will be open to the public, and all the proceeds will go to the Homeless Coalition.
And what was the name of the group?
Remedy Drive.
Remedy Drive.
Remedy Drive.
Okay.
They do a lot of their work, their proceeds go to human trafficking issues and such, and they also, but this one's going to be for our Homeless Coalition. April 26th, I think 6 o'clock.
Okay. At Centenary.
Centenary.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Measure Sleeper. Measure Fitz?
Thank you, Judge. Now that Sara Cullen is a seasoned veteran, I think we ought to honor her with any opportunity that you would like to talk about the chamber.
Well, we're very excited for new things that are coming to the chamber. There's a few things we're collaborating on, both with CBD and economic development that'll be coming this spring, and more programming. That is very important to me for our membership, to see that we are adding value not only to your membership, but to the community at wide. And also our upcoming golf scramble. We are just now starting to entertain sponsorship for that, so if anyone's interested, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you.
We had a wonderful leading ladies luncheon. That was so wonderful. I really appreciated that. And you asked about, you know, having some speakers. You ought to get some of the ladies that are in there, young, old, in between, with some of their life experience. I think
We have some plans.
Okay.
We'll have that again on March 10th. That's going to be on the second Tuesday of each month. I know it's not the most convenient time for this room, at noon. But we are going to open it up at a half hour beforehand and a half hour afterward, and have some vendor tables there so that people can mingle a little bit more, and that's more convenient for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. It's almost difficult to overstate the potential of what's being done and what has just happened regarding the 250th of the United States, because so much happened right here in Boyle County, as Tom Clark, Kentucky's historian laureate, said on his 100th birthday down at the railroad track where Center College owned the hemp 3-story building. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, that's what it was. But I think there are some vague areas where you can actually make out the lettering from when it was identified as that. But he said, and I'm paraphrasing, had it not been for the brilliance of Judge Samuel McDowell, by the way, the first federal judge named in Kentucky territory by a fellow named George Washington, we easily could have ended Europe West. And when you look at what I didn't know until just a few years ago, the Netherlands was putting a lot of money into what became the United States. Everybody knows about France. Germany was here, in Ohio early on, which I didn't know until recently. Spain and the Russians on the West Coast. And I said it the other day, and I'll say it more clearly. The Russians left after substantial trade all the way down to Mexico, all the way up through California and back up through Alaska. They actually left in about 1845 or 46, and they were stepping all over the gold that was discovered. Had they found that, we really would be more than Europe West. We would be a totally different nation, if at all. So please help people understand what you guys can put on the internet from that, and let's get that message out to the world. Put on your calendar the annual supper and pie auction at Portland on the 7th of March. That's coming right away. Paula and I were sitting together 2 weeks ago at our conference at Griffin Gate, and I let her know my prejudice against data banks going into that meeting because of what had happened a couple of years ago in eastern Kentucky, where the frequencies were up to 90 decibels, 365 days a year, 24 hours. The judge down there regretted that he had taken it to his court and it was allowed. The citizens there, just within hundreds of yards, were tremendously affected by it. I went to the hearing last week in Mercer County because it could easily be on our doorstep if it's approved in any connecting area that we have, and we have much, especially Magistrate Cullen, and to some degree myself, where if it's in Mercer County, as testified by a 25, 26-year physician who led off all of what was said at the public hearing. I've not done very much research, but in the last 6 months, this is him speaking, I have found out that the low frequency emissions from these data banks can have a negative physical impact on livestock and human beings from 2 miles away. Now, these data banks are going to be essential to the future of the United States because our grid is overloaded now. And the attractive financial package that they bring in is just overwhelming. Adam, I'd like you to help the court with what I didn't know until we talked this morning about the mini nukes. If you take a minute or two to explain your knowledge of what...
Yes, so... And if you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, so my name is Adam Woodward. I'm representative of the Carpenters Union in this area. So for you all that don't know what the Carpenters Union is, we're a nationwide organization. We employ 500,000 plus members throughout the country. My region is in Ohio. We spoke earlier this morning about solar in particular. So in 2024-25, we had over 4 million man hours just in solar. We try to stay ahead of projects that are coming. So that being said, I am by no means an expert on SMRs in any way.
Give us the initials.
So SMR stands for Small Modular Reactor. So basically it's a small nuclear plant that generates more than enough power for these data centers and back to the communities and so on and so forth. And again, forgive me because I'm not an expert. This is still new to us as well. With the data centers specifically, I don't know much about them. I am, on a personal standpoint, all for growth. I'm even more for growth if it's built properly. I know a lot of counties, a lot of areas miss out on tons of occupational tax because of buildings not going up properly, so on and so forth. I'm more than happy to speak with any of y'all more on that. However, with the data centers themselves, I'm for growth. I'm for all that. Like you said, they're coming. I don't know.
There's just not enough power coming off the grids.
There's not enough. Well, so a lot of the feedback is that once these data centers come and they become operational, I've heard that they're back-end deals where they take up the majority of power and electricity and so on and so forth. I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard that, but I have been told, so to speak, that most of these big companies, data centers that come in, they want to bring SMRs with them. So what that does is it helps generate power for them to sustain, but it also gives enough power for the community also.
But it's the public knowledge that nuclear power is a part of it. And yes. I can be assured that there will be some resistance until people have every assurance of the safety.
Yeah, and so that being said, I'm going to throw a little bone out there for the Carpenters Union. Like I said, we like to try to stay ahead of anything that's coming down the pipeline. So I actually just went through a training last week, and we want to try to stay ahead of that as far as the classifications, the permitting that has to be done, any of the safety training that goes with building those. In my standpoint, and I'm not necessarily for or against, I am for growth, I am for construction. However, I would much rather see these things built, especially SMRs, built with trained professionals than just anybody off the street. That being said, I don't know where they're going, I don't know where they're coming, I don't know any of that stuff. So again, I just wanted to kind of throw a little bit that I do know out there. So
thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry to catch you by surprise. Before I go any further, I've just got to say, we all owe a debt of gratitude to Roger and the crew for what was done. In my lifetime, we've never had an ice storm like we did, where the roads were impacted, where the rain seeped into 2 to 3 inches of snow and created something far worse than the one in 2009, which was pretty bad. So thank you, Roger, pass that on to the crew. I hope everybody's registering for Friday evening, 5:30 reception, and the Louisville Orchestra is coming to play at our 50-plus-year-old Arts Center, just adjacent to Center's campus. So.
And they're also going to have an exhibit at the Boyle County Public Library from 1 to 4 if you are unable to make it to the reception.
Thank you. Okay. I guess the only other thing that I have that's really important is to say that, as I commented earlier, some of us weren't so dedicated to the classroom as we were to the field of play. And I'm just overwhelmed with what these young people have done. And I was very sincere when I was telling them as they walked out the door, we want you to stay in this community. We need that commitment and that dedication and that brain power that the judge was reading about in that recognition document. So, Judge, that's all I have.
Thank you, Magistrate Ellis. Magistrate Bowden?
Yes, I wanted to thank Roger and the crew for doing the little work on Hamilton Road. Mayor Douglas has said he would be glad for Daniel Akins from the library to put a new drop box. The drop box for the book return at Farmers kept getting knocked over or bumped into or something. So we're going to have a new library book return right in front of the City Hall. So we're going to have a nice place for that. And I appreciate his working with us on that. Junction City Matters has a meeting March 2nd at 5:30. We're a little behind because the ice has put everybody off, so now we got to get built back up. I enjoyed going to the legislative day and seeing our representatives. Let's see, the 250 kickoff was wonderful, and I think I'd love to ask Tony to have that little skit somewhere else. I mean, it was just wonderful, like on July the 4th, that before we have all the other events. But it was just a really wonderful day. I really enjoyed that. Junction City's getting a banner for the 250th. We're going to have that. We're on the list of official 250 for the Junction City, the Balloon Festival. And we have a dedicated person now that's going to really arrange that and work on. When we did it last year, it was brand new. So we've thought about what all we didn't do we should have done. And so now we're going to make some real big improvements. Instead of just waiting for the balloons to not go off because the wind was too high, we're going to have a lot of other activities. So the balloon will be an extra if it goes up or not. So
remind us the date of that?
August the 9th.
Okay.
And
did you announce who that person is?
Excuse me?
Do you want to announce who that person is?
Yes, Brianna Weistrecher. She is just been really good with Junction City Matters, and she did all this stuff last year. She and Brittany and Jennifer, all three worked together, so she already knows. She's got a good plan going, and she's already spoken with me. I met with her yesterday before the event, and it was really good. All her ideas she's coming up with. So, and let's see. Most important is that any minute today, I will be a great grandmother.
Wonderful!
So I'm waiting. That'll be my first.
Are you waiting on the text?
Yes, y'all see me doing this. I'm waiting. I can't be up there today. My husband's had a really bad cough, so I can't go up there. I'm not going to risk it. I'll just have to do it through the phone, but I just can't wait.
Well, congratulations.
So, thank you.
Yeah,
She's
hope everything goes well.
Well loved.
Yeah.
Well loved.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you, Magistrate Bowden. Magistrate Harmon.
Another Christmas present.
There you go.
That's all right. Bring them on.
Just a quick lesson, something Steve and I learned. Tom was there. That was the pipeline presentation we had. You're in your house and you don't smell gas, but you heat with gas, and you also get your hot water from gas. My dad even had an air conditioner that run off gas. It sat outside. When do you know you have a gas leak? When do you know it? Somebody said, when I smell it. Well, guess what? there may not be a smell. Because gas does not have a smell, so our scent, it says there's gas leak somewhere in the yard, in the house, or the neighbors, we may not know it. Because sometimes they run out of the solution, it stops, and it doesn't get into the lines and come with the gas, and it's just gas. You do not smell it, you don't feel it, you don't taste it. But buddy, if a spark hits it, you'll be first to know. You remember on 2nd Street, we had a house that disappeared. It was natural gas, and it was a fairly newer house. It wasn't an old one, but it was fairly new. I think all of us should have been at that training because it's so vital. I've been 11 years firefighter and went every year. And it was offered. And they offer it all around. It's a courtesy. No cost to us. And we need to be aware, keep our families, our communities, and everything safe. Because you don't want a gas explosion anywhere.
You're correct. You're correct. Yeah. And I have attended several of those. I didn't get to make this year's, but I have attended those in the past, and they're beneficial.
Yeah. But they remind you, that's what it does.
All right. That it?
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, I never got to finish my list.
You didn't?
All I got to do is the sheriff's.
I'm so
report,
sorry.
And we moved on.
Please continue.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm so sorry.
I thought I was in timeout for a second. Because the big news is Buster Pike.
Yes.
So we, it's okay to say that we have awarded a bid?
No.
No, we've not awarded
We
yet?
have taken
We
bid.
have identified the lowest bidder.
Yeah.
We've identified bids. The bids have come in. We've
Yes.
identified one that we like.
Yes.
And we'll be announcing very soon. One of the nicest things I like is that in that scope of work that says that once they get started, they have to be finished in 180 days.
Yep.
So
That's exciting.
that's extremely exciting for everybody that's had their nerves tested out with that bridge being out and everything else.
What
And
is
so-
it? Hope is on the way?
Yeah.
What's that
It's been a long
say?
time coming.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. So, yeah, so when are we going to be able to announce?
We're waiting right now. I just sent you all an email, Julie and Jason, that the contractor, our engineer, is setting up a pre-bid meeting to ensure that the lowest bidder understands the scope and that everything is included, because they were significantly lower than the other 3 bids.
Right.
The range is 1.7 to 2.9 million, so that's pretty far. So she
But
is
it's
not.
1.7 to 2.9?
Yes, sir. So they just want to ensure that they know what they're getting into. And once we do that, then we can award a bid. And then we can get all the documents signed in Frankfurt. And
But I mean, about 1.9 was what we were awarded from the state to redo this bridge, which is kind of nice.
right. I just asked Elena to pull all the invoices on what we've spent so far with the engineer so we can figure out exactly that we have enough in the budget. I think it's going to be close, but
And the state's also said that if we need to go back and ask for more, we can ask for more.
Yeah.
Because of how long this has been delayed.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
good
perfect.
news for the 4th district.
Yeah, well, yeah, anybody
And
passing
Laura's
through.
also working on that meeting.
Yes, I
Setting up-
text-
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah, setting up that meeting. Okay.
Skate park meeting, the new Millennium Skate Park. There's a public input meeting on March 3rd at 5 p.m. at Jenny Rogers. The consultant from Spawn Ranch who is designing the skate park will have some conceptual designs on the skate park. And so we can kind of give input, what we like, what we don't like. I'm extremely excited about this as well. That skate park's been needed to be redone for a while.
Will you be available for that meeting on the 3rd? I'm not. That's the only reason I'm asking, if you'll be available or not to attend.
March. Yeah, I should be back by then.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
Good.
it. Yeah.
Good.
Good news, Joe announced that on the morning program.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm hoping, I sent an ask to Tommy Barton to see if they could arrange some sort of virtual meeting as well.
That'd be good, yeah.
Because when we had the initial one, there were several people that were like, had their phones out, they were FaceTiming their friends, just kind of like broadcasting it that way. So, you know, I mean, this is another one of those things, it's, you know, we're more than just a football, basketball community. There's other things that that park needs to service, and this is one of those big ones, and it's, you know, it's going to attract a lot of people. There's these skate parks that are going up every day all over the country, and it's a huge economic development driver. It's a huge benefit to the community when, you know, everybody has something to do, you know. I love parks because giving kids something to do keeps them out of the main thing we have to spend a lot of money on, unfortunately. So anyway, so yeah, so March 3rd, 5 p.m., Jenny Rogers. And if we get a link for it to be virtual, I'll ask that we start pushing that out there.
Okay.
I've taken a nice 3-week break from social media. It's been so nice. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to be dragged
Are you
back.
back on?
No, I'm like, I don't miss it, but
Yeah.
unfortunately. So anyway, and then also pickleball. We have pickleball is going in that same area, so we're excited to see what JRA has planned. So there's gonna be a lot happening at Millennium Park, and you know, and just in the community in general, as far as you know, really helping people with exercise and just getting out there and enjoying our
Getting
beautiful
healthy.
community. Yeah, I mean, I spent 10 days in Dallas. I don't recommend. And you know, I went to just to go grab dinner one night from my hotel, and it was 3 miles away, and it said 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And I said, oh man, I said 3 minutes. I was like, oh, just bring me back to Boyle County because I can't deal with
Did you go to
this.
Stockyard?
Huh?
Did you go to Stockyard?
I know, I avoided Stockyard. I went downtown Dallas one day. I stayed out by the airport mostly. That's where my training is. But anyway, I just every day I'm like, oh, so much closer to getting back home. So
Yeah.
we have a little slice of heaven here that a lot of people don't realize, and it's okay because we keep it to ourselves some days. So anyway, but yeah, so hopefully it's cold to be going soon. It's going to start warming up again. I will tell you, I've been spending a lot of time down south. It's cold down there too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, my wife gets mad. I'm like, it's 40 degrees in Florida right now.
Yeah.
It's not any better. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you for allowing me to finish.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Also, Measure Gay is not with us today, obviously. He is on a little vacation, and he is really enjoying himself, I'll say that. So if you follow him on Facebook, you'll know what I mean. Okay, let's see here. County Attorney.
I'm usually very quiet at these, but I do have a few things to say today.
All right.
Chris and I went to our prosecutors conference last week. It was a really good one. There was a lot of talk of classes on victim advocates and serving victims in our community, which was really helpful. It was led by our keynote speaker was Elizabeth Smart, and it was really good. There was also several sessions on social media, opening up things to comments and feedback from the community, and a lot of guidelines on that, which involves you all when things are posted on Facebook or community forums, and when you can silence people, or you know, if you try to block people, that kind of thing. But the main feedback for that was there was a lot of county attorneys standing up, asking questions, expressing a lot of frustration with their fiscal court and their magistrates, which Chris and I don't have, so that, you know, I mean, it's,
I was like, what?
No, it makes a huge difference. I think when you know, you have good people serving the community, because we don't have that at all, but a lot of them do. So thank you all for that. I don't know if you would have received this, perhaps, but we've received from the Attorney General's office. This is just something quick about suspicious letters coming in with powder inside of some sort. The thing to look for is an upside down flag in the corner. I don't know if we want to share this out to the whole courthouse. We'll forward that on. And there's like some symbols in the upper left flag, but they're saying don't open them, put them in a bag immediately. So several child support offices around here have received them. So Just
Around here meaning Boyle or
not,
surrounding counties?
surrounding counties. Our office has not yet, but the Attorney General that we work with, Amy Burke, sent that to us to be on alert. So we'll forward that out.
Thank you.
And then, you want me to bring that up? Okay, sorry about that. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that. Julie?
The next one is a tag team.
Okay.
Chris, at the conference, spoke with the Keiko.
Jenny spoke with them.
Jenny
Chris
spoke
just-
with the Keiko attorneys.
Chris
Chris was the messenger.
Yes, I spoke
Okay,
with
so
them.
essentially, the bottom line is that it's recommended that the county attorney not represent the Ethics Commission, that they should have outside counsel. So, they have 4 hearings coming up here in the next little bit. So I'm going to ask you to approve $5,000 for legal counsel for the Ethics Commission. And we'll have to take it, I guess, out of surplus, because we don't have that anywhere.
If you, and which you all might know, but the problem is, the whole time I've sat in on those meetings, the investigative sessions, is they're against county employees who we represent. And so every time I'm sitting there, I feel odd because we have our county employee here, we have the person filing a complaint. This is who we serve. So I've always felt weird about it. So I met with him at our conference last week to get clarification, because I know we need to support the ethics committee as well, but they said that definitely that's, that the county employees should be able to come to us.
Yeah.
So that's best to get outside counsel for that. Okay. To avoid conflict of interest.
So I spoke to ethics yesterday, and they feel like 5,000 will get them through the end of the year, should there be any other complaints. And then just for budget, we'll have to remember to put some money in. You just don't know if you're going to get complaints or not.
Now, how do we go about choosing who's going to be the outside counsel?
It's a professional service, so I
Okay.
think they worked with Nori Currens in Harrisburg.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that's who they would like to work with. I do
Okay.
not know. Time is not on our side right
No.
now. There are requirements on deadlines and things
Mhm.
to respond to
Okay.
complaints, so I would suggest they go with Nori.
Okay.
That would be my personal thing, just to get this over with. Yeah.
Okay, so you need a motion to approve, how much did you say? $5,000 for outside counsel for Ethics Commission. Is there a motion to approve, Magistrate Bodnar? Is there a second? Magistrate Ellis? Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I have been working, and you will have at the budget for Shannon and the fiscal court, a look back at the last 5 years of expenditures, what the growth rate is. So when you're planning for this next budget season, you will have that in front of you. So that'll be done before your first budget meeting. Pickleball, met with Josh and Tommy yesterday. We're gonna have another meeting today. Shannon's been in on that meeting, and will be in the one today to try to, pin down some of this with pickleball. Same with the bike park. We are doing a meeting this afternoon with Andrew just to see how things are going and plan for the city's budget coming up. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. Magistrate Ellis has already touched on a couple of my comments, which is perfectly fine. The spaghetti dinner down on the Fork, the Louisville Sympathy Orchestra. If you don't have a ticket already, they are sold out. So if you have one, cherish it, because otherwise you won't be able to get one. Friday morning is an ASAP meeting if anyone would like to attend. I believe that's at 8:30. March 9th is our first pre-budget meeting, so come ready to work on numbers. Speaking of data centers, I met with Hannah Gray, the Planning and Zoning Director, last Thursday. I believe that was the 19th. We discussed data centers, and she is already working on some plans for that, so it'll be forthcoming, but she's already working on that. Let's see. Also, last week, Julie and I visited a location that we think might prove fruitful to relocate one of our departments, should we need to do that in the future. what I would like is permission to get an appraisal on that property. And then we can disclose other information as it becomes more available. But right now, okay. Motion by Magistrate Cullen. Is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Sleeper. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Thank you, thank you.
And that's just exploratory.
That's just to get an appraisal, just to get an appraisal, to know what we're looking at dollar-wise. Yeah. Okay, I would also like to ask, recently, we had a past employee, Marcia Pierce, pass away. Marcia was tax administrator here for 27 years. She started in 1985, so she was already here when I came many, many years ago. And she worked for us, and she did a great job as tax administrator while she was here. And she passed away. She had cancer. And so I would like for us to adjourn in her memory, if that is permissible with you all.
So moved.
Yes.
Okay. So I ask for a motion to adjourn. Magistrate Ellis, is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Cullen? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. We adjourn in memory of Marcia Pierce.
Marcia, we're